Trust isn't built over months. It's either there in the first few interactions or it's not. And most men have no idea what actually creates it. They're focused on all the wrong things while missing what she's really measuring. Welcome to Savage Mind Narrator. If you want to understand what builds real trust instead of just talking about it, subscribe now. This is what actually matters. First thing that builds instant trust: consistency between your words and actions. You say you'll do something small, call at a certain time, show up when you said you would, handle something you promised to handle, then you actually do it. No reminders needed, no excuses, just follow through. Most people never realize this. She's not testing you with big things first. She's watching the small promises, because if you can't keep your word on something minor, she knows you'll break it when it actually costs you something. Reliability in small moments builds trust faster than grand gestures ever will. Second thing, how calm you stay when things go wrong. Plans fall apart, something breaks, an unexpected problem hits. Does your energy spike into panic? Do you blame someone? Or do you just handle it without making it dramatic? That calmness tells her you're stable when life gets messy. Here's what changes everything. Women are looking for emotional steadiness, not perfection, not someone who never faces problems, but someone who doesn't fall apart when they do. A man who stays grounded under pressure signals safety, and safety creates trust instantly. Third thing that makes her trust you: you don't try to control her decisions. She tells you her plans, her choices, her opinions, and you don't immediately try to change them or fix them or convince her she's wrong. You listen, you respect her autonomy, you let her be her own person without needing to manage her. Controlling men think they're being protective, but what she feels is suffocation. A man who trusts her judgment, who doesn't need to dominate every decision, that creates space for real trust to grow, because she knows she can be herself around you without being molded into what you want. Fourth brutal truth: you admit when you're wrong without making excuses. You messed up. You said something you shouldn't have. You forgot something important. And instead of defending yourself or deflecting blame, you just own it. No drama, no justification, just accountability. She's watching this closely, because most men will do anything to protect their ego. They'll lie, twist facts, gaslight, anything to avoid admitting fault. The man who can say "I was wrong" without his identity crumbling, that's rare, and that honesty builds trust faster than anything else you could do. Fifth and final thing, she feels like you see her, not just what she can do for you. You're not interacting with her because of what you'll get: validation, attention, physical intimacy. You're interested in who she actually is. You ask real questions. You remember details. You notice when something's off. Here's the reality most men avoid. Women can tell when you're transactional, when every interaction has an agenda, when kindness comes with expectations attached. The man who's genuinely present without needing something in return creates instant trust, because she knows she's valued as a person, not as a means to an end. This isn't about being perfect. It's about being real. Trust doesn't come from having all the answers or never making mistakes. It comes from showing up consistently as someone solid, someone honest, someone who respects her enough to let her exist fully without trying to reshape her into something more convenient. Trust is earned in the smallest moments. When you do what you said even though no one's checking. When you stay calm while everything around you isn't. When you make her feel safe just by being steady. That's not manipulation. That's character. And character is the only thing that builds trust that lasts. Everything else is just performance that eventually runs out. Stay silent. Stay aware. Stay growing.